What's up guys, Miguel here from Torrance Tech. You guys are familiar with the COLABOX L2 Plus. Well, today we are reviewing the V1 Plus, COLABOX's little brother, more compact brother. We're gonna take a look at this little guy. Is it the same as this big guy? Who knows? So we're gonna run our typical tests. We're gonna switch to the top-down view. We're gonna do an uncut test to see how quickly it goes from unboxing to watching live content. And then we're going into the review to see if it's just like its big brother and see what this little one is all about. Let's get into it. All right, and here we have it. So if you guys are not familiar with this, this is just the top-down view. What we're gonna do is we're gonna unbox it and we're gonna plug it in. We're trying to figure out how quickly from unboxing to watching live content it takes us. So we'll put the timer right there and we're going to see how long it takes us from unboxing this, and we're going to start now. That is pretty lightweight. All right, so we got the remote, and this is USB-A to USB-C. Now, I don't know if this is going to be like a low-powered USB-A to USB-C. We're going to figure that out. Got a whole bunch of adapters here. All right. I don't think we're going to be able to use that. All right. Let's put this to the side. These double triple A's. Got the triple A's here. Now, the monitor usual, we have the power brick over there in the back. We're going to connect this wire because it fits here. Now, I do have this adapter because this is supposed to go HDMI and that won't fit in there. So we're going to plug it into here and then plug this into here. All right, now we need power. Now, will this accept power from regular HDMI? I mean USB-C? Doesn't look like it. All right, so this is going to be low wattage USB-C power. There it is. All right. There's no indication that there's any light on this. All right. So we're connected. So again, this is a low power USB-C cable, so you can't use anything like a power brick. You have to actually use like the low power cord to power it. It's booting up pretty fast. All right. Bring the remote within 30 seconds. Press and hold the left and right buttons for 5 seconds and then release when the indicator blinks. That was quick, and it's Bluetooth. Perfect. The United States, Eastern Time. We need network. To the guest network. gonna connecting. I gotta tell you, this thing is responsive. This thing, so far, it looks or feels more responsive than a lot of other boxes out there. Okay, agree, finish. Man, that was pretty quick. All right, so I believe it's the Live Plus apps. And there you have it. 6 minutes and 30 seconds from unboxing to actual watching live content. Yo, this thing is peppy as hell. I'm not exaggerating. This thing is outperforming some boxes that I've reviewed. Maybe even the actual COLABOX over there. I don't know if it's competing against it, but this thing is pretty responsive. All right. So we've unboxed it. 6.5 minutes from unboxing to watching live content. I'm going to test it out now. And then I'm going to report back. The one thing I did want to just leave you with for this segment is I wanted to know what Android it's running. Because it was not on the box. So let's try to... It's running Android 14. That's pretty awesome. Okay. So let's move... Let's go to unpacking. Let's go back to the top-down view to go to see what we have in the box, and then we'll get into some features, and then we'll get into final thoughts. All right. Okay. So I put everything back in the box because I know we sped through it. So let's just go over what we have in the box here. So we obviously have the stick. The stick comes with two USB-C ports. One is for power, and the other one is for data. I'm sure you could use both of them for power. And that's really it. And the HDMI section. So we'll put that here. Now, we got the remote. We get a HDMI extender. So if you can't fit this right in the back of the TV, I mean, you guys know how this works. You plug it into here, and then you got the extender. Then you have an OTG cable. You basically plug this to one of the USB-Cs here, and then you have a USB-A out for, I don't know, like anything you need it for, keyboard, mouse, thumb drive, whatever the case is that uses USB-A on there. And then we have the low power cable and the power brick. Now, I did try to plug in like an Anker power bank to this to give it power, and it did not boot up. There's like a little indicator there. It doesn't, you can't use that. You actually need the cable itself. show you. There you have the power. So as long as you have this cable, which is a low power, it's a low power cable, then it'll be able to power this device. So the power brick is not that important, just the cable for reference. And then you have a little instruction booklet. Pretty simplistic. And that's really it. I'm going to use this for a while. I'm going to go through the plus and minuses on it. I love the fact that it's running Android 14. That should be on the box somewhere, which it's kind of not. We didn't even go through the box. 4K TV stick, V1 Plus. We have H.265, 4K 60 FPS, dual band, 2.5 and 5 gigahertz, 4K Ultra, Bluetooth. That's almost the same instructions, serial number, 12-month warranty, quality tested. You know what I love about these boxes? You know what I like about Cola Stick or Cola boxes? They don't over exaggerate these statistics. Usually you got like 8K, 24K, and a whole bunch of like, Wi-Fi 52. This is pretty realistic, pretty realistic branding, and I like that. I like the simplistic and realistic branding. However, COLABOX, you really should put Android 14 on here. I think that is kind of a flex for this type of stuff, and you should be proud of having an Android 14 on such a little stick like this. All right, so I'm gonna plug this in. I'm gonna use it for a while. I'm gonna tell you, but I can tell you right off the bat. Just by touching it with the remote, it is responsive. It is a lot more responsive than I thought it was going to be, and just cycling through the menus, that was the first thing that's stuck out at me. So far it's kind of good. It's got a good review, and the remote is simplistic, not overblown. I would have liked to see a couple buttons down here so you could program whatever you want instead of these programmable up here. That's fine. That's more of a preference. And I think if you had like 2 or 3 buttons down here instead of these, I think, or with these, it would have been perfect. But the remote is light, it's compact, and it's Bluetooth, so you don't have to point it, which makes sense because if this was behind the TV, you couldn't get to it anyway. First thing I'm thinking with this is mobile. Man, this is perfect for putting in your pocket, plugging it into somewhere, and just watching TV on the go and connecting to Wi-Fi. So I'm going to test this, and then I'm going to come back with final thoughts, and we'll go from there. All right, so here's where I stand with the Cola Stick V1 Plus. So the live channels, the VOD library, all the apps, the same experience you get in this full-size box, you get in this tiny Android stick. This really is a big difference. Look at this thing. Jesus. So it's not really a question of which one is better. It's a question of which one fits your setup a little bit more. So the stick starts at $279. It's an Android-based system on a quad-core 64-bit processor with the Mali 450 graphics. So it's pushing the 4K with 60 frames per second, and it supports H.265. It's got 2 gigs of RAM with dual Wi-Fi 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. So with Bluetooth 5.0 where the remote connects to, and this thing sips 5 volts of power with 2 amps over USB-C, which is just excellent for travel. I mean, think about like hotel TV, second bedroom, projector, even a laptop with an HDMI in. This thing, I mean, look at this thing. This thing is perfect. It's even smaller than the remote it comes with. So the part I noticed right away is the fact that this is so small, but yet it was so responsive, just as responsive as the big box. I mean, flipping through channels, it had little to absolutely no lag on it. And that's what stuck out to me the most about this thing. Now, squeezing all that into a body of this size also comes with trade-offs, so you should be aware of. So number one, it does run warmer on longer sessions, so make sure you have proper ventilation with this thing. And 2, it's not a big deal, but the storage, you get 32 gigs on board, but after the whole system and built-in apps, you're kind of left with 10 gigs of free space, which is fine for a handful of apps, but if you want like a bigger library, this thing handles like 64 gigs or more. I think 64 gigs. Truthfully, I would use the box as my main setup and then the stick as everywhere else. Travel stick, bedroom, they're $30 apart at $279, and that one is $309. So really pick the shape that really you're looking for. Anyway, guys, the links are in the description. If you have questions, leave them in the comments. I do read them all. Subscribe if this helps, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.